everyone, my name is Shreya Parekh. I am a grade 11 student and today I am here with my dear friend Bhavya Singh and we are here to talk about academic pressure. So Bhavya, can you introduce yourself?
So, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me. And my name is Bhavya Singh. I am currently doing medical. I'm in 11th grade, dyslexia. And I'm right now doing dummy schooling with coaching in Akash and with tie-up school Blossom.
Okay. So I just wanted to ask you, how do you manage coaching? And I know you do art and you draw a lot. So how do you manage your coaching and your academic stuff with what your personal hobbies are or your extracurriculars?
So, I think first of all, time management is very important.
Yes, definitely. I think for a student, it's the most important skill.
Yes.
Because even giving my personal example, I'm not very good at time management and I find myself often stressed about how will I do my schoolwork, how will I do my extracurriculars as well, and how to manage everything. So I would love to hear your perspective.
See, being stressed is understandable because many a times we develop a schedule and we don't usually tend to follow it. That has happened quite a lot with me personally too, that we don't follow it. But having that strong willpower to kind of like go with the schedule, to follow it is very important. Because as I said, 11 syllabus is huge. It's huge. To the point that I've seen some of my friends they study all day. They study all day and they often find themselves very tired, very exhausted, to the point that they are demotivated. So I think it's very important to also indulge in your personal hobbies because that gives you like a break from all this vigorous studies and all.
Definitely.
Yes, and I think it's important. It's very important for time management. Just put at least an hour away for your me time, for your personal time, to kind of rewind, to just sit back, relax, do what you love. As for me, I will usually do it once I come back from coaching. I would, because coaching without the lessons and all, you're just like
You're stressed,
stressed, you're exhausted from the lectures. So it's better to do it after you're exhausted and all. Not in a prime time, your mind is active because that's when you should study. So do it during your free time, have some time management. As for me, I love drawing, as I mentioned. I also love reading books and I would read them. And yeah, that's some of the things. Time management is important.
Yeah. So it's definitely, very insightful hearing from you as someone who has made countless schedules. I think I've also started implementing this in my life that, sometimes I just block my time. Like in this block, I will do, this is my me time. This is when I'm a reader as well. So this is my time where I read. This is my time where I do my extracurriculars. This is my time where I study. So now I've, really begun to structure that. My next question to you would be, what are your current academic goals? And do you feel pressurized by family or teachers to, achieve them?
Okay, so as you know, I'm in Akash, right?
Yes.
And in Akash, there's a lot of competitive exams. We are very competitive in our classes. We have a test almost every single week, and we are ranked. Every single time there is a ranking according to your marks, and the ranking is posted on the board outside. Everyone can see where you are ranking, how much marks you have got, what's your percentage. And it depends on how you take it.
Okay.
Accepting it in a way that will improve you is a very important thing, I'd say, because many a times people criticize the teachers for putting it on the board for everyone to see.
Yes.
Right.
I think definitely that impacts you somewhere emotionally as well, because then you see everyone where everyone is standing and you maybe that releases a negative emotion in me. Like all of my friends are doing better than me, or maybe you take it positively and you're like, okay, I have some work. But I think most of the cases we see everyone taking it negatively.
It was taken negatively. So I would like to advise to not take it negatively because it's a chance to improve yourself. Be a little competitive. As of me, I'm being
Yeah.
very competitive exam.
Exam, yes.
It's a very competitive exam. exams. So I would say to get into the competitive spirit, to toughen yourself up. I know it's very hard. It's very hard to do so. It's very hard to do so. And many a times you feel pressurized by teachers, by the baggage that you have, the enormous amount of books and all. It's very stressful. And I would say take counseling if that's what it. Take counseling for it.
Yeah.
Talk to
Always
teachers.
seek help and always talk to someone. Don't
Yes,
keep
yes.
it in.
It's like that's
Yeah.
one thing. Don't bottle up your emotions. Like, your parents, they should understand. If you can't go to your parents, go to your teachers. Go to and get some help from an adult, preferably,
Yeah.
because they've seen the world. I know adults always say to not go to your friends, and we always feel more comfortable
With
with
our friends. Yeah.
But as they're not seen the world like as our parents have.
Yeah.
And you can talk to your friends. There's no issue in that. You can talk to your friends too. It's just if you want if you want to improve yourself, if you want like yes, I should get better. I should get better in studies. Talk to your teachers. Your teachers in Akash, I have this experience that my teachers are very supportive. Akash is very supportive to that. I have approached them as to sorry, please help me. I can't do this. It's not happening. They're very supportive in that.
Okay.
So yes, seek help whenever you're pressurized. And as for family pressure, my parents fortunately are not the pressure.
Yeah. Okay.
They
Yeah, that's fortunately lucky.
Yeah,
Sadly, that is not the case.
It's not the case with everyone. I understand with your parents. I've seen parents that are just pressuring their child to the point they're demeaning their child. It's not okay. It's really not okay to do so. Please support everyone. There should be a lot of support. It's a very hard time we go through, and it's a very vast change. With 10th going to 11, it's a very big change.
Okay, so Bhavya, as we talked about social support and being pressured by people, your peers or people around you, how do you think the social media era has affected you personally with your academics and pressure?
Okay. So social media, it's a very controversial topic, I'd say.
Yeah.
Very controversial. So I personally I'm not that active on social media as other people are. I never got Instagram.
Yeah.
But I do have Snapchat.
Yeah.
And I have found myself, when I initially got Snapchat, it was around August last year only. And I would say I got a bit addicted to sending snaps to everyone.
I think we've all found ourselves in that situation.
Yes, I agree. And even if not exactly social media, but even on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's YouTube Shorts. I just find myself scrolling, just scrolling.
So and then internally you pressure yourself that I'm not studying.
Yes.
Oh, I have to take this. I have to do that.
And you just feel guilty about it later on, but you still end up doing it anyway. I would say to handle that again, scheduling.
Yes.
Scheduling is important.
Definitely.
And make it. And I would say if you find it difficult to get your parents to help you out. Okay, get your parents to help you out. They'll be like, okay, mommy, please. This is my time that I'll watch phone, and then please take it away from me.
Okay.
Just take it away from me. And I know many people, they go to YouTube for videos, for education and all, for the studies.
Okay.
It's good, yes, but we often end up somewhere else, somewhere totally different from where we want to go.
Yes.
I would say it's better to go ask your teachers for it instead. Don't just go to YouTube. Otherwise, fine. If you're confident that you won't end up anywhere else, then sure, go to YouTube. It's a great place. It's a great place.
It's a great place to learn, I think.
Yeah, it's very great.
But the problem is we go for some other purpose and then we end up somewhere else. And what I recently noticed is there are so many videos on YouTube as well where other people create videos and they claim that if you're not doing these 3 things or these 5 things, you will never be good enough academically or you will never score as well as they are. So I think that also creates a toxic environment where you're pressurized from all angles. Even on social media, we see those videos or those reels where there are people, they post about them getting very good AIRs, ranks, and all. And I think somewhere we feel that academic pressure in our lives as well. Correct? Have you ever felt that?
I would say yes, definitely I've felt that because it's quite natural to feel that way. It's a human way to feel that way. You see everybody getting such high scores, such great rankings, and it's great, but it also creates a complex way. Yes, it creates a inferiority complex,
Definitely.
and again it affects your psychology a lot. It affects your mental health a lot with everything, and then again you feel very demotivated to do anything. But to counter that, I would say to again not watch these things.
Okay.
Okay, I would say to not watch these things because.
And even if you're watching them, not being demotivated by them or not taking it personally.
Yes, of course, because social media, it's like I said, it's very controversial.
And you don't know whether it's real or not.
Yeah, you don't
Right?
know.
You never know.
You can never tell what's real or
Yes.
not with it. I would say watch some motivational videos. I would say
Yeah.
if you're feeling demotivated, or again talk to someone. Talking really helps.
I think it's really important.
It
Yes.
is.
Talking to your peers or talking to your parents or even getting professional help. I think it's really necessary if you're taking it to your heart or somewhere in your mind you're like, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, they're scoring better than me. Right? So on that topic, do you think academic pressure affects people negatively or positively, or do you think it really depends on the person?
I would say it really depends on the person because some people they need the pressure to stay. They need the pressure to kind of assert themselves.
Definitely.
And many people, I would say majority of the people take it very negatively,
Yes.
which is totally understandable. It's a lot of baggage suddenly just dropped on you. It's totally understandable and it's totally fine to feel that way. I would say to time management is important. You would find yourself, feeling almost enjoy studying
Okay.
when you have time management.
Yes.
Because
Definitely.
I've seen a lot of people who don't have time management, they often end up studying the entire day.
Okay.
Not leaving time for themselves. I would say don't do that, please don't do that. Have like a specific time, a specific slot for you to study. Because that would also improve the efficiency. Because in your mind, if you're like, okay, I have the whole day to finish this, you won't
Okay.
finish it.
Definitely.
Okay, you will procrastinate a lot on that. So it's important that you have a specific slot which is dedicated to your study time, and then you feel yourself completing things at a much faster way.
And
Again,
you'll also be less stressed.
yeah, you'll also
You won't feel that pressure. Right?
no. Because of course, once you're completing everything, there's no pressure.
Yeah.
There is no pressure if you're completing everything.
Yeah. And I remember you told me you've been going to Akash for I think 3 years now.
Yeah, it has been 3 years.
It has been 3 years, correct? Yeah. So how would you say that has impacted you? Would you say that you felt academically pressured, or do you think you're more motivated now? And I remember I think not everyone was going to coaching at that point, correct?
That's
And did you feel like you are being, you felt more pressured than others? You felt that you had to study more, or you had more pressure to perform? And if you did, how did you feel it?
So I've been going to Akash since 9th grade.
Okay.
In 9th and 10th, I was in the weekend batch, which
Okay.
meant that I would only go on Saturdays and Sundays. They were long hours, almost the same hours as the school.
Okay.
Of course, obviously, it almost felt like I was robbed of my weekends.
Oh yeah, definitely. I remember us complaining about it together.
Yes. We used to complain about it a lot, and
Yeah.
it did help. It did help a lot with questions and everything.
Yeah.
It did help a lot, agreed, but
Somewhere you felt pressure.
yeah, of course, I felt pressured. I felt really pressured. I felt like I'm doing so much, and it just impacted me in a lot of ways.
And you felt maybe you weren't seeing the results you were supposed to.
I wasn't, because I wasn't. I thought
Yeah.
okay, maybe I can get 100% in that. I'm doing so much, but no, I was not getting 100%. And
It's somewhere that affected you.
it did affect me a lot, and I kind of just dealt with it on my own.
Yeah.
It's not
But
good.
looking back, do you think you should have maybe talked to an adult?
I think so, yes, because I was at a dark place, I would say. I felt like I was incompetent
Oh.
to not do it, to not be able to do it. I was unable to do anything. I felt incompetent. I felt inferior to others who, even if they did not do any tuition, did not go to coaching, this was still getting top marks in the class.
So you felt that pressure?
I did feel the pressure. It was demeaning. It was very demeaning.
That is extremely concerning and sad to hear, yes. And I think this is the reality for a lot of teenagers or new adolescents. I've seen a recent trend where a lot of parents are putting their children in coaching and weekend classes as young as 7th, 8th grade.
Yes,
And I
yes.
think when we enter into adolescence, I think that's a very emotional period for us because we're going through such big changes, and then added to the academic pressure and the pressure to perform at such a young age, I think a lot of children feel the same way as you did.
Yes, that's true because even in Akash, the coaching starts from 8th grade.
Okay,
Yes, I did not go in 8th grade because my parents, they thought that okay, let's give her one more year to adjust to everything because I changed schools in 8th grade.
Okay.
I came to Elko in 8th grade. So that's why, and it was also the online period, right?
Yes, yes.
So that's why they didn't put me in coaching. Otherwise, I'm sure if the pandemic wasn't an issue, they would have put me. But my parents at that time they were sort of pressuring.
Oh, okay.
Because as for me, it had been clear set for me that I had to go into medical.
Okay.
My grandfather was a doctor.
Yes.
So it was natural for me to go into medical field as well. I was interested in it, no doubt.
But somewhere there was societal familial pressure.
There was because I feel like at some point it almost felt like I can't choose any other career than medical.
Okay, so
Yes.
that is a very difficult thing for an adolescent to deal with, especially when we're dealing with 1,000 other things, growing
Yes,
up, as well as handling relationships, having friends, and even after the pandemic, I remember it was extremely hard for us socially as well because we had been cut off from our friends and the rest of the world for so long, and added the academic pressure. I think a lot of us were not in a good headspace emotionally and mentally. So I'd like to ask you, for my last question, I would love to know what would your definition of academic pressure be? How would you say, given your personal experiences and your circumstances, how would you define academic pressure to you?
Okay. Academic pressure, I would say, has a lot of elements in it.
Okay.
There are a lot of elements there. It could be the baggage, the portion baggage.
Definitely.
Because as I've experienced from 10th to 11th, there's a vast change. There's a vast change in academics.
Academics, definitely, especially for
Portions and
CBSE. Definitely, 11th is a big jump, and this is where a lot of people, change their streams, or they realize this is not where I want to go, and added that pressure of competing. Speaking from personal experience, I have another friend. She changed her streams in the middle of 11th. So added that academic pressure of dealing with another completely different stream, learning that in a month, and giving exams. That is definitely the kind of pressure, and then she wasn't performing how she wanted to. So that really affected her emotionally.
It's very natural to not be able to perform when you've changed your entire stream.
Yes, but a lot of people take that personally and they take it, maybe I am not good enough. So, and with your definition of academic pressure and this conversation we've had, for our last question, I would like to ask you, what advice would you give someone else, because you score extremely well and
No, that's
you're
not
getting
true.
no, that is very true.
That is not
I have known her for years and I think you're one of the smartest people I know.
That's not that's not true. It's actually not true. If you look at my class, I would say I'm a pretty average performing student.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
She's undermining herself. But what advice would you give to other students?
Other students, it would be take it slow, take small steps at a time. You can't complete an entire chapter in 2 hours or anything. Take very slow steps, improve yourself in a slow manner. You will reach your goal. You will reach it. Trust me, you will reach it. We listen to your teachers, listen to the advices they give because they know they have taught people like you before. And they know that they have that much experience. Listen to your teachers, make schedules. If you that schedule doesn't work for you, make it again. It's fine. You have enough time. It's fine.
Don't stress out.
Don't stress out. Please don't take stress. It's fine. Take small steps. You'll make it. I promise.
Okay, thank you so much,
Thank
Pooja,
you,
for
thank
talking
you.
about your experiences on academic pressure, as well as sharing so many tidbits of your personal life.
Of
Thank
course,
you.
of course. It was really fun too. Thank you for having me here.
It was a pleasure having you. Thank you. Thank you for
you.
watching. Thank you so much for listening to this episode on academic pressure. As we've heard from various perspectives, striving for success is important, but it is equally important to take care of our mental well-being. We should set goals, but we should also take breaks when necessary and ask for help. Always remember that your grades do not define you. So, on that note, see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.